Hey guys, it's Jixfimmy, and if you're wondering what this setup is, well, today we're making a crochet tutorial, and I don't have a proper mic, so this is what we get. Well, hello, welcome. If this is your first time on my channel, welcome. I do some random ass videos, but today we're going to be crocheting one of the pullovers that I make. You'll need 2 things of yarn. You'll need your crochet hook. Normally I do go down one size, so this does say to use like a 5.5. So I would basically use a 4.5 or even just a normal 5, depending on what you want to do. But I also can't really show right now, but got some beads to add to it as well. So I'll be doing that for mine. It's pretty simple if you do want to do that. I'll show you at the beginning before I get started with anything. This is pretty beginner friendly, but I will say you will need to learn how to weave ends. And I'll show you how to start from an already worked on piece to add on to it. But yeah, let me tell you, weaving ends takes a good while, so don't worry if you don't get it right away. If you guys are wondering though, these are going to be up for sale. This one for certain. This is going to be the 3rd one of the collection I'm going to be selling first off, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah, let's get into the video, guys. Hey guys, okay, we're going to show you what you're going to need for this project. As you'll see, you'll need 2 balls of yarn depending on how large they are. This is like one of the smaller ones, medium size. The hook that you like. Scissors. A yarn needle. Stitch counters if you want them, or stitch markers. And beads if you want them. This project is going to include some beads. So let's get into it then. So starting off, since mine is working with beads, I am going to thread them. I got the beads that you can put through the yarn needles. This one is just one that normally comes with balloons. So surprisingly, it was free. Just found it on the ground in a party room. And you're gonna thread your yarn through it, and just place the beads on. Thankfully, these beads are for hair, so I can just thread them super easily. And yeah, you're just gonna continue to do that. And you're going to work backwards putting them on, because you're putting them on in reverse. That's what I was showing. As you can see, there are all the beads. Now it's time to make the slip knot to start the chain. So if you know how to do this, you know how to do this. Put your 2 fingers, wrap the working yarn around, and then you're going to tuck that through the back and grab a hold of that loop. That is going to be the loop you're working with. And then slowly release your fingers and tighten. The one that's non-working should be in the front, and the working yarn should be in the back. And you just put it right onto your hook like that. Pretty simple. If you know how to do this to start your chains. It's pretty simple. And you're just going to single crochet. I normally crochet around 100, but if you want it bigger or smaller, do so. And you're going to want to think of working in fours. So if you want to add more, like more squares to make it wider, you're going to add it by 4. If you're going to subtract, subtract by 4. Once you get to the end, you're going to put your stitch marker in, so at 100, and then from here you're going to do 4 by 3 by 4, so stitch 11 afterwards to start a square. As you can see, I'm a bit complicated. I'm trying to do it just by memory, and I'm like, no, I'll use the stitch marker. Because if you use the stitch marker, it's going to come out way better if you just try to eyeball it. So yeah, you want to do 4 on the bottom, and then think about 3 on the side, and then 4 on the top again, because then you're going to bring it down with a treble crochet. Okay, so now to get a natural square, you're going to do a treble crochet, so wrap around twice. Find the 4th loop in the back. Yes, the back. And then you're going to crochet through that, as you can see. And I do go back and fix the first square because it is too tiny. I did not count my crochets right. So now you're going to chain 4, wrap around twice for a treble crochet, find the 4th one in the back, and then you're going to crochet into that, as you can see. Remember, chain 4. As you can see, I'm looking at it like, oh, that doesn't look right, but if you're doing it correctly, you're going to keep chaining 4, treble crochet into the 4th stitch in the back. Struggling a little bit, but that is basically how you get a square. Keep going till the end of the row. Now that you're finally at the end of your row, count how many stitches you have left. If you have less than 4 for the remainder, then please divide evenly. I had 7, so I did another 4, so 4 single crochets and then a treble crochet into the 4th in the back. And then there was 3 left after this. So I crocheted 3. As you can see, there's 3. So crochet 3 and then treble crochet the final. If that is how yours is, then good, but it should be 4. So it should be still 4 crochets and then a treble crochet. Now that you're at your end, you're going to make sure it looks nice like I did. Take appreciation into it because it takes a long time to get there and you are just starting. You're going to be crocheting 10 of these square rows. So you already did 1, thankfully. But you got to do 10 for the top, and then you're going to do 4 to 10 on the bottom, depending on how much full coverage you want. I believe I did 10 on the top and then 7 on the bottom for this one. Now to continue on with your work, you're going to crochet 3 for the side, and then you're going to flip your work. As you can see, I put the stitch marker where the 3 the smaller square is the 3 gap square. But as you can see, I chained 3 up because you did a treble crochet. Then when you flip it around, you just chain 4 and then you do a treble crochet into that. I know I went a little bit fast, but once you get the 3, you flip it, chain 4, and now you're just chaining the rest, or how many stitches that first square is. Like mine was probably actually 3, thinking about it. Sorry guys. But then you just keep going. Here's another example on the other side. You chain 3, then you flip the work, and then you chain 4, and then you treble crochet into the 4th stitch, which is going to be easily marked by the line running through the work, making the square. Obviously, you kind of don't have to count after doing the first line. It's pretty simple, and you just keep continuing. And here's a fast motion pace of me doing the work. Now, after you're done making the 7 rows, it should be 7 rows, guys. You're going to snip it off and pull through the loop. As you can see, I grab it and you slowly pull it through, and it's going to catch the yarn. As you can see, catch it, pull it through. It was a long string, but then ta-da, it just stops and it does not continue, it does not pull through, and you're good to weave it in. Now you're going to get started on the other one. You're going to put beads on the string again. Remember, work backwards. You're going to do great. Now that you got the beads strung on, it's time to work on the bottom. So now make sure there's a long enough string and do a slip knot. Just how you do it. And then when you go over to the work, you're going to go 4 squares over. Quick, Garfield, move out the way. Come on, buddy. So you got your slip knot, and you're going to go grab your working piece, the piece you just worked on, meaning. Now you're going to count 4 over See? I'm going to start from the other side and work my way, because otherwise I would have to flip it. So count 4 over. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's the one you're going to be working on to get that drop down sleeve a little. So, yep. You're going to grab that yarn. Come in. And you're going to start crocheting through it like you would. So once you get your slip through there, like I did, come on. Garfield just wants love and attention right there. So, going to pull it through. And this doesn't count as one, so until I actually get it through, it counts as one. So there I got 3. Now I gotta do 4 more. Do the top of the square. Yarn over twice and go into the 4th stitch, which is clearly marked. Go right in. Crochet. Do that treble crochet. And there you go. You're started on the bottom work of your half. And then once you get to the other side, you want to make sure you stay in the 4 range. You know, you want to count 4 over and make sure you stay only on that square. Now, after creating one, you must make a second. There you go. The second there. It took a long time, but you know, you gotta make the face and the back. And then once you do, you're going to want to connect those. As you can see, you want to make sure the beads are on the outside and the faces are facing out, the backs are inside. As you can see, find your stitch marker and you're going to pin them together. As you can see right there, they are pinned, or you can just easily find the ends with your fingers and hold them. You want to make sure you find that armhole to make sure you do not stitch it up. And then the top. Normally I go a certain amount over in the top. As you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I believe it's 6 I go up to. Yep. So that's where it's going to cut off. So that's all that's going to get sewn up. So on the other side, I'm going to count 6 as well. And then look at the opening, make sure it's wide enough for your shoulders, your neck, your head. Make sure everything can get through there. Well, not everything, of course, but you know, the top, what needs to. And then you're just going to sew up the sides that need it. Leave the openings open. It's kind of easy when you see it in person. You should be able to get it. Do not sew that part. You're always going to need to start again. Now let's conjoin them. After you made your slip stitch, slip knot, and pushed through the both sides of the yarn that you made, both pieces, you're going to pull that through. And you're going to be at the very edge of the piece, and you're going to work towards the left. Remember that. So you're going to loop through. I do 4 little extensions, and then I go in to the next ones for the squares, like I'm doing squares, but it's going to be a flat row to conjoin the pieces together, as you can see. And then you're going to slip stitch it on. So once you slip stitch that piece, they're conjoined, and you're going to do 4 more. You're going to go into the next row, into next 4, slip stitch that, like that, and you're going to keep continuing for 6 rows in total. So I'm already halfway through when you're seeing this. And then once you get to the end, you're just gonna loop it through and pull it tight like we did to finish off the pieces. So you started working on the bottom of the sleeve, but you come to the part where it now turns off into that 90-degree angle. You're going to see one more square that's 4 long. You're going to chain 4, and you're going to slip stitch that into that 4th little hole, and there you go. That's the last one. Now, because you did treble crochets, you're going to do 3. So once you're ready, you're going to chain 3, just like the other ones, and slip stitch into what you think is the 3rd or 4th hole. It doesn't really matter. I haven't noticed too much of a difference if you go one over a little too many. It still looks really nice, and I haven't seen any difference. So you chain 3, find that hole, and you're going to slip stitch through and continue all the way down. Now, as you can see, I tried it on before I did the sleeves. And it's really cute just as is, so if you want to stop here for like a short sleeve version of it, you could. I think it looks really cute, and you could definitely wear it in the summertime. The long sleeves in hotter weather do become a bit heavy and hot, I'd say, because it is still yarn. But yeah, I think it looks really, really pretty still. Just like trying things on in the process. Full spin. Trying to show that it's really cute, and you can even see the bead from there. Once you're ready to start the sleeves, you go in at the piece where we can join them. And basically, you're going to do what we've been doing for the rest of the project, but working in a circle now. You're going to do 10 square rows of this. So that's a lot of stitches. I have not even calculated how many those are. I normally just go based on my gut feeling, guys. Yeah, I know it's bad, but this is how I've been doing my pullovers lately. So just like before, you crochet 3, then 4 to make it 7. Then you're going to treble crochet into the 4th. And you're just going to continuously work around even to the top. As you can see, it looks the same as the bottom. So you know which is half and half. And then you just put your beads wherever. Do this to both sides. And you get this. I might be able to find the video I somewhat used to help me make the sleeves and put in the description if you need some more help with that. But yeah, you can see the beads and it looks really nice. As you know, I did 10 rows of the squares. So yeah, just lighting up the beads, showing that it's color changing. As they were white before, look, they're pink. That one was turning purple. The purple ones take a super long time. But my favorite part is the fact that the beads glow in the dark. Are you guys ready for it? I don't think you are. Boom. Amazing. Hope you guys enjoyed this video and this tutorial. I love you guys. See you later.